Hello people, it's Dave Pirpinas here from Highclere Caravans. I'm the National Sales Manager at the factory where we build these beauties. And what I've got behind me is like a van I want to talk to you about. It's our most popular build. 1 in 4 of all of our builds is this size. It's called a little Cote. There's a variant of it called the Little Mason, which has a cafe dinette instead of the L shape. This one here is a little Cote. Which I want to really show you the layout of this. It's our most popular build, so I'm getting really excited. We're going to have one on display at all the shows coming up, so make sure you get to one and come and see me. I'll be at most of them, but this one here is actually in our Dynasty spec level. Okay, so it is our entry level, however it has been upgraded. It's got full off-road suspension, a DO35 hitch, this really big huge toolbox on the front. So your DO35 hitch, for those that don't know, it's a Cruise Master hitch which swivels and turns so that when you're doing some off-road, you know, we're actually literally off-road here at the moment and the ground's on an angle. So when the car's on a different angle to the caravan, that hitch allows for that, or, you know, when you're going up and down hills. So that's what that's for. 6-inch chassis, which is super galvanized and then powder coated. So that's absolutely fantastic. This huge toolbox has been an addition. So you've got twin slide. So this slide here, a lot of people use for a barbecue. You've got a gas bayonet on all our vans, no matter what grade or level it's at. So you can hook up to your gas, firewood box on top. So, but the beauty of the little Cote is it's an 18'8" caravan. So it's a single axle. So roughly 18.5 foot. Now this will get into, like when you're booking a caravan park spot, or you're going down to the river, you know, for free camping, you're going to get it into a lot more spots being a smaller van. And people that say, oh, you know, I want a large van because I want more space, well, I want to show you inside. This is such a great use of space. Yeah, you have no idea. So once again, you've got a huge tunnel boot, right? So heaps of storage in the front there, okay, which goes under the bed. More storage under the bed. Full-size awning, so that's an Aussie Traveller awning. Once again, durable. You know, all the components that we put in our Highclares, the focus is on durability. We don't want headaches for you guys and for us. Obviously, a picnic table here. You've got 12-volt sockets, USB, USB-C, and TV plug there. 240. If you have a look under there, you'll see that it's got full off-road suspension, independent. Okay, so check that out. This one here, we've opted for a Tough Ride suspension, which is a great brand. But whatever, if you want Cruise Master, if you want Shine XT, Tough Ride, whatever you want and your preference is, we tailor it to what you want. Okay. You've got your pull-out step here, obviously. Now, one of the features of the little Cote, which a lot of you know, it's hard to find, is in the entryway. You've got this huge full-height pantry. Okay, so you can't see when you open it from there, but you can see that goes all the way from floor to ceiling. How much storage is that? That's awesome. And remember, it's a single axle van. It's a small van that will get into a lot of spots. Another awesome feature of this van in the layout that it is a lot of people, obviously when you're caravanning, you're camping, you want to cook outside. It's, you know, you're living outside basically. So we have a spice rack / pull-out pantry in here, which you can just access. You don't have to go in to get your olive oil, your spices, salt and pepper, maybe a bottle of scotch or whatever, you know, whatever you prefer. You can have your camp chairs out here. Someone can be cooking. Oh, I need the salt, bang, you come in here and grab it. But also, if you're inside, you have access to it as well. It's a pull-out pantry. So, all right, guys, come and have a look inside. All right, now we're inside the little Cote. So this is where the magic happens. I don't know how they fit everything in here. You've got a huge fridge, 188 litres, which we can increase to 220 or even 270. This one standard is 188. It's a Dometic fridge. So once again, great quality appliances in Highclere Caravans. This is double hinged, so if you want to open it that way, great. Or from the other side. Look at the space in there. It's pretty amazing. And then a separate freezer, obviously, as well, which also opens both ways. All right, you've got your 25-litre microwave. We have a full ensuite in here. So beautiful tapware, you know, your white ceramic sink, top-load washing machine in here, separate toilet, and shower. So a lot of people in the smaller vans, you know, to compromise for space, you're going a combi toilet shower. This is not that. This is a full ensuite. So full shower, separate toilet, washing machine. Once again, as we walk through, I just want to show you something quickly. If you want to step back there so you can see. So this is that pull-out pantry that you can access from outside. When you're cooking inside, well, there's all your spices, okay, olive oil and whatever for your cooking inside. So in this van here, in the Dynasty, it comes standard with a mini grill. So you've got a mini grill here, you've got a huge pot drawer underneath it, all right? However, you can opt for, instead of the pot drawer, have this as a full oven, okay? You have so many other variations that you can choose from as well, where you can have induction cooktops and things like that. Your choice is what we'll do for you. So basically, you've got a beautiful big sink, filtered water in the kitchen. All right, so this is all standard. This is packed with features, this van. Again, we are partnered with Red Arc. If there are other, battery management systems that you prefer, if you have a look over here, you've got your Red Arc Red Vision display, and inside the cupboard, that's where it's all packed away, nice and neat. And over here is your Red Vision display. With Red Arc, I've actually been to the factory. Their testing facility is second to none. So they've got, a massive canister of liquid nitrogen. They can test their equipment in minus 100 degrees all the way to plus 200 degrees within 3 minutes. Obviously, everything fails at that. However, with Red Arc, their systems might fail, but then they take it out, they see what component failed, then they improve it, they make it better, then they test it again. And they do that over and over until their components and their appliances, their electrical equipment is the strongest that it can be. So you know that, when you're bouncing around in the van, if you end up doing that, your Red Arc system's going to last. It's going to keep working for you. Because batteries are pretty important when you're away and you're off grid. So have a look at the bedroom. Actually, once again, in here you've got an L-shaped lounge. You can swap this out for a cafe dinette. That's a telescopic table, so we spare no expense. This table can actually move around. You can use it as an office or whatever. Also, you step on the button down the bottom, and that pushes down with the tip cushion, which is over there on top, and it becomes the bed. I've actually slept not in a little Cote, on another setup like this in another van that we took away to the Flinders Ranges. So that's that. You've got a huge amount of space in the bedroom. Walk right around. We've opted for just 2 little coffee shelves here, but we also do full cabinets down the bottom there if you want. It's up to you. Overhead cupboards, heaps of storage. Have a look at the piano hinges. You've got about 42 screws in this one, not just 4 on each side. So try ripping that off. That's never coming off. Same with all of our cupboards in all of our vans. So super strong. These are built tough and durable. Once again, that's the aim of the game with Highclere. Heaps of storage under the bed. You've got, on this one, we've optioned it with a diesel heater. So in those cold winter months, in fact, when we were at the Flinders Ranges, it was the middle of winter, we had the diesel heater running all night, which was absolutely sensational. Robes on both sides. Inside those nooks there, on the side of the bed, you've got double power points with USB and USB-C. The reading lights throughout have the same USB, USB-C, and all our power points throughout the van have USB and USB-C, even in our basic long spec. So, Highclere, you're looking at a top quality van at a very competitive price. So please come and see us. We've got a dealership that acts as an agent in Queensland. They're called Revolution Caravans. In New South Wales is the RV Hub. In Victoria is Canterbury Caravans. In Tasmania is Caravans Tasmania. Over in WA we've got RV Solutions, and then in New Zealand we've got Homes on Wheels. So contact us at the factory. I'll put you on to whoever's best to speak with in your state. Otherwise, I can help you at the factory, and eventually we'll hopefully build your van. So yeah, come and see the little Cote at the next show closest to you. Cheers, guys.